Hi all. In this video, we'll be checking how to create a scatter plot. A scatter plot is basically dots which is placed in a chart, which is also called as scatter chart or scatter graph, and it's actually the dots that represents the value or the description of the numerical variables that is present. Actually, it represents the x and y positions, and the data points represents the access points of the horizontal and vertical lines, and it is actually a mathematical technique used to represent the data. So we'll check with an example. Here actually the dots are scattered somewhere here and there. Say for an example, here in this output we have 1 in the horizontal axis, whereas the vertical axis is 2. Likewise, for the axis 2, horizontal axis value 2, corresponding value will be somewhere around 5 or 6, and likewise it goes on. But instead of a dot connecting it or somewhere like a bar chart or something like that, this is the points are scattered here and there, but it describes the meaning of the chart. So let us check how to create this chart. We know import matplot library.pyplot as plt. That has to be done. You can check in my previous videos. How why do we need to create put this library, or why do we need to import this library? There's one more important library that has to be imported as seaborn as SNS. This is again a statistical seaborn is another one which is helps us to represent the mathematical and statistical representation of the data in a schematic way, or the data visualization can be done which has a predetermined platelets or all palettes or all the representation colors and patterns are already available, and also gives in a very neat way. Aesthetic representation can be attained by using this seaborn. So that is why we go on with the seaborn. So we first create the data, or we just create an array or dictionary or library list or whatever way of representing it can be done to create this plot. First is the data is nothing but representing the x and y values. So for the x values it is 1 2 3 4 5, and corresponding values for the y axis are 2 5 3 8 and 10. So already I mentioned for the horizontal axis 1, the corresponding vertical axis is 2. Likewise it goes on for 2 it is 5, and for 3 it is 3, and whereas for 8 it is for the 4 it is 8, and for 5 it is 10. So this is how the plot is created, and let us check what are the basic needs, what do we want. You can even check one another my video where I put the annotations and all those things. And basically when we put a chart, we need this x-axis legend, y-axis legend, and x-axis points label, and y-axis point labels nothing but the points, what range of points we have in the x-axis, range of points in the y-axis, and the title of the plot, and the legends whatever we have. If you have something to be noted or pointed, then the pointers or annotations representations has to be given. So that has been created here. So SNS is nothing but here we nothing but it's a seaborn. Here we create a scatter plot. So instead of PLT we put it as SNS. Scatter plot is what we want, so it is written here, and x equal to x values, y equal to y values, data equal to data is given, corresponding values are imported. And we create the title, x label, y label. That's what I told. What if I don't give this? Not a problem, that I can even skip this 3 lines. Thing is, I'll not have this scatter plot example as a title. I'll not have y-axis or x-axis here. If even if in case I want to represent something, scatter plots or something, some other legend I need to give, I can put that here. And instead of x-axis, if I want some range of points or some other value, variable that I want to give, I can even type that here so that I'll get it. It'll appear in this plot. So it's up to the viewer or up to the one who is going to create whether you want it or not, or what you want. Accordingly you can type, or you don't want to write, you can skip this, or you want it. But generally, just by giving a graph, it is not understandable that for what you are representing. So we need to represent what is the x-axis legend and y-axis legend, and also the title. So that is what is given. So since it's a title, so plt.title is given. Whatever you want you put within the codes, and likewise whatever you want in the x label you give it here within this. Likewise, plot.y label is y-axis, which appears here. Now, at last, I put it as plt.show. So it is shown. This is how we create a scatter plot. Thank you.